everyone, happy Monday. Welcome to a new reading vlog. So I am still in like pajamas because I got up and I had a bath. I had a nice relaxing morning, so I'm waiting for my hair to dry now, but I just didn't really feel like getting dressed for the day yet, so I just put on my pajamas. But as you can see, chaos is behind me because we are in the midst of packing for a move. So we move in less than a month. We are moving on the 12th of June and today is the 17th of May. So we actually have most things done. Like this room that I'm in right now, my office, is the last really big task that we have to accomplish. Everything else that's kind of going to take quite a bit of time is already packed, which is nice, but all of my books are still in here and everything. So I might tackle that today, maybe tomorrow. I'm not entirely sure. Right now, I'm kind of starting off by cleaning up the house a little bit because since we've spent like the past 3 days packing, it just has kind of gotten really messy and not livable. So I'm trying to like kind of get a little bit organized so then it is livable because we're still going to be here for like 2 to 3 weeks. So I want to be able to walk and not be tripping over things constantly. As far as my reading goes though, I'm currently reading Blade of Secrets by H.leblanc. This is a fantasy and it is about a blacksmith and she has magical abilities, which is kind of like a little bit scandalous where she lives, like in this fantasy world. Like magic is now recognized as fine, but there's still some people who have issues with it. And she ends up creating this blade that like is the most powerful thing. So she ends up having to go on the run with her sister with it. So then it won't be used as like a weapon of mass destruction. So I am really enjoying this. It's super, super fast. Like I feel like I haven't had all that much reading time recently, but I'm on page 191. So I just have this bit left. So I would say I'm about like a third of the way through, or no, 2/3 of the way through. I have a third left is what I meant to say. And it's really fun. Like I'm loving pretty much everything about it. I really am enjoying the anxiety representation. I'm loving the sister relationship in here and just it's a really good time. It's not what I was expecting. Like, I don't know what I was expecting, but I just wasn't expecting to enjoy it as much as I have been. So yeah, but I kind of need to decide what I'm going to read in the next little bit as far as like which books I'm going to keep out. I do still have some on my e-reader, so that's fine, but I also like to have the physical books out, so I would like to try and keep them out. But today's just kind of a day of getting organized, maybe doing some more packing, I'm not really sure, but I'll keep you updated. All right, so it is the evening and all of my books are packed except for the ones that I'm keeping out to read, so I'm very happy with that. I have this box open just because I can still fit some more in there, and then the rest are here, and I also finished my book, so I have quite a bit to update you guys on. Okay, so I know it seems kind of early to have things packed up. Also, it's gonna be kind of echoey in here, so I apologize for that. But we wanted to get things done so the last week we wouldn't have to do anything, and it actually ended up going by a lot quicker than expected. But there's some like other stuff other than packing that needs to be done, so it's really good to have most of the packing done. So I think earlier I said the only big job left was my books, but that's not true because we also have my clothes to do and I have a lot of that, but that's not going to be coming until like the end. Like I'll probably keep out like a week's worth of clothes and then pack the rest of my clothes when we just have a week left. So the books really aren't that bad and it didn't take me too long. I think I used about 18 boxes and that's like just for these shelves in this room. There are more that I have in different boxes, so I don't really know how many boxes I used total, but once you get like a system to packing them in the box, it's really not that hard. It goes by quickly. Like they're not awkwardly shaped or anything, so it's easier than like kitchen stuff or anything like that. So it's unpacking them that is the worst part. And we are going to be moving into a place where we're renting for a little bit before we like find a house because we want to have time to look for a house. So my books are some of the only things I'm going to be unpacking, like books and clothes, and then like some kitchen stuff because I don't want to like unpack everything and then have to repack it. But I do want to be able to like film and have my bookshelves up. So I will have to unpack and then repack these, which is going to be fun. Like I mentioned, I finished with Blade of Secrets, so I'm so excited about it. I really enjoyed this. I had a blast reading it. It was so fast paced and also just a fun story, like a really fun and easy fantasy read. I love when it's an easy fantasy because I feel like that doesn't happen too often, but it's just so nice to have one that you fly through. And Trisha Levenseller's writing is just highly addictive and reads very easily. And I loved the characters in this one and loved the sisterhood. Like I said, I loved where the romance was going as well. I think it was just an all-around, like, well-rounded fantasy story. I thought the magic was really cool, and the whole like concept of having it being about a blacksmith was really interesting. So definitely enjoyed this one, and it has made me want to pick up the one book of hers that I haven't picked up yet, which is Shadows, Darkness of Shadows, something like that. I can't remember if it's like The Shadows Between Us or what it's called, but I want to pick up that one, but I was waiting for the paperback, but the paperback doesn't come out until 2022, like May 2022, which is very weird. So I guess I might pick up the hardcover of that one because it will be a nice, like, quick fantasy read for when I want one. I don't really know what I'm going to read next yet. I did want to show you actually what books I didn't pack that I'm keeping out for like what I might read in the next little bit. I don't really know what I'm gonna read, but I do have, like, these are kind of my maybes. If you did want to know more about any of these books, by the way, I did like talk about quite a few of them in my May TBR, and then I'll also have a June TBR that is coming out on June 2nd, I believe, so I'll talk about some of these further there. The book that I think I might read next is Tokyo Ever After by Emiko Jean. This is coming out tomorrow, actually, so I want to be able to have an ebook copy as well, which is why I might read this like starting tomorrow, because then I'll be able to pick up an ebook copy. But it's like Princess Diaries, but like Japan. It seems so cool. So really excited to read that one. Then I also kept out Rule of Wolves by Leigh Bardugo because I mean, I need to read this. And then also Last Night at Telegraph Club by Melinda Lowe, and What's Not to Love by Emily Wibberley and Austin Sigmund Broca. Then we have Sister of the Bollywood Bride by Nandini Bajpai. And then I have The Passion of Dolsa by Julie Berry, The Start of Me and You by Emery Lord, Crier's War by Nina Varela, Wicked as You Wish by Rin Chupetko, then Girls of Paper and Fire by Natasha Nya, Honey Girl by Morgan Rogers, We Set the Dark on Fire by Taylor K. Miha, and Sea Witch by Sarah Henning. And then I did keep out quite a few. I like having options. Then Full Disclosure by Cameron Garrett, When You Get the Chance by Tom Ryan and Robin Stevenson, Early Departures by Justin A. Reynolds, Somewhere Between Bitter and Sweet by Laken Z. Kemp, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. I forgot it's V.E. for those. In Deeper Waters by F.T. Lukens, Written in the Stars by Alexandria Bellefleur, Act Your Age, Eve Brown by Talia Hibbert, The Falling in Love Montage by Sierra Smith, and finally A Dark and Hollow Star by Ashley Shuttleworth. So I do actually have some light books that I still need to haul over there, but these are the main books that I decided to not pack quite yet. So I will pack them eventually, but like I just like to have options for what I'm going to read. Maybe I'll stick to the new books that I have coming to me, but I actually have already like switched the address for most of the books that I ordered to the new address. So I probably won't really have any book mail for the next little bit, which is fine. But I know it seems like I kept out a lot, but like I said, I like to have options and like not limit myself, or else I won't want to read whatever it is that I have out because I will feel limited. So I felt like that was a good amount to keep out, and we shall see what I actually end up reading. I just kind of want to take the night to relax a little bit more, to be honest. Like I am just really tired. It's been a busy few days and really a busy like past few weeks. I feel like since we found out about the move, we have just been non-stop, like go, go, go. So I would kind of like to take the rest of tonight to just relax a little bit, like pick up a new book and just chill. And then tomorrow I'll get back to a little bit more work. So I think that's going to be all for this, like today's updates, and I will update you guys more tomorrow. Hello, good morning, and happy Wednesday. So I think the last time I updated was Monday, but yesterday was just kind of a relaxing day more so. Now today it's really nice out, so I'm going to be working from outside. So sorry if you can hear traffic and stuff, but I did actually end up reading a book yesterday. So I ended up reading Heartstopper. I think it's the 4th volume by Alice Oseman, which just came out yesterday, and I really enjoyed it. This one was definitely kind of like darker and more difficult to read than the other ones. I still think volume 3 is my favorite, but I do like have such a love for these characters, and I think their story is just so heartwarming and completely adorable. So I definitely will. I think there's only one volume left, which is really sad, but I will read that when it comes out. So I have started a new read though, so I'm reading Tokyo Ever After by Emiko Jean. This also just came out and I'm so excited to be reading it. So I'm not very far into this one. I'm on page 113 and it's a lot of fun so far, exactly what I was expecting and hoping for. And I'm going to take a little bit of time this morning to read a bit more of it before I like dive into my planner, because today I need to do some planning out, a little bit of working, but I want to just like enjoy the weather right now and read some more of this because it is a lot of fun. See, very busy street, very annoying traffic, but oh, and Charlie's choking. Everything is happening all at once. But yeah, I'm going to go and read some more of this and then I will update you guys a little bit later. Hello everyone and happy Thursday. My days have been all mixed up this week, but I obviously just had a shower, so my hair is wet and just waiting for that to dry. It is about noon. I'm making myself some food. I did my workout this morning and I also ended up finishing my book, and I had a fabulous time reading this book. It was so good. Like, there's my bagel. It was even better than I was expecting. I felt like there were a lot of ways that the story could have gone, and I enjoyed where it did end up going. It was really light and heartwarming, and there wasn't like a ton of conflict to it, but I liked that. There was enough to keep the plot going, but I kind of thought like when she met her father for the first time that he would be really standoffish, but he was actually a really great character, and she also had some great friends to back her up, and it was like a guard sort of romance. Like, she ends up falling for her guard, so it was just all around adorable and like such a great time reading this. I loved the setting of Japan. I was completely just transported there. Honestly, you need to read this book. It was so much fun and the perfect summer read. I'm gonna get my bagel now though. So yeah, I had a great time with reading that, but now I literally have no clue what I want to read next. Like, I'm kind of struggling because I only have so many things to choose from because I'm limited to what I left out unless I just read an ebook, and I'm just not really sure what I want to read. Like, this always slows me down when I've been doing well with my reading, is if I can't choose what I want to read next, it ends up taking me literally forever to like pick up a book, so then I fall behind. I have been doing so well with my reads lately. Like, I have been really enjoying all of them. I actually have to film a recent reads video. I think I'm gonna try and film it tomorrow, but like all the books that I have to talk about are ones that I had a great time reading, and I feel like before that I had kind of had a couple of duds, so it's really nice that I have enjoyed my recent reads so much. So now I feel the pressure to enjoy what I read next. So I have been kind of thinking about what I want to read, but honestly, I don't know. Like, there's Luck of the Titanic by Stacey Lee, which I got recently, or there's the new Emily Henry book, People We Meet on Vacation. I don't know like what genre I want to go for. I don't really know anything about what I want to read next, which is where I am struggling so much. Like, I really hate this. At least sometimes when I can't decide, I have like a genre in mind, but right now I literally have nothing in mind, so I have no clue what I want to read. So that is like one of my orders of business today, is to figure out what I actually want to read. And I have a couple of other things that I want to do. It's really nice outside, so I would like to spend some more time outside. I'm also wearing this like little sundress that has polka dots and everything, so I want to just sit outside in my sundress and enjoy myself. But I feel like I should pick something to read first, although I am going to go out and do a little bit of writing out there later, but I'm kind of waiting for like where my table is to have it be in the shade, because or else it's very, very hot. So I'm going to eat my lunch and kind of think about what I want to read next and go from there. Hello everyone. So I'm pretty sure the last time I updated you guys I also had wet hair, but I just had a bath because I haven't really been having a great day today. I've just been feeling really crappy, like I'm kind of having a depression episode today. But this is going to be a 2-week long reading vlog for sure, because I just haven't updated a lot in the week, and honestly all I've been doing during the week is like kind of relaxing. Like, it's been so non-stop since the end of April when we found out about the move, and this week is kind of the first week where I've been able to just relax a little bit, and it's been really nice outside, so I've just been like spending all my time outside and reading. So I did actually end up finishing with another book just like 30 minutes ago or something, but I finished with In Deeper Waters by F.T. So I started this one after finishing Tokyo Ever After, and I did enjoy this one. I had a couple of issues with it, but it was like a really adorable and just cute, sweet, fluffy, high fantasy romance. It's more so like it's a fantasy romance. It reads kind of like a low fantasy, but the romance is really what drives it. Like the plot is kind of quieter. The world building I felt like could have been a little bit like better, but I loved the characters and their chemistry was amazing. And this is a gay romance, by the way, but the cover is beautiful too. Like it was really enjoyable. So I had fun reading it, but I definitely like can see a couple areas where it could have improved a little bit. Yeah, so I read this one very quickly and I'll talk about it more in a recent reads video. That's actually something like I've been meaning to film a recent reads video for the past few days, but I just like, I haven't felt like it. It's been so much to get me to do anything recently. And it's just like, I'm so tired no matter how much I sleep. So it's kind of frustrating. Like, I feel like now I'm kind of like, today at least, I'm getting to the point where I'm super frustrated with myself because it's been a year since like everything started, and where I live, things are still locked down, and I'm just like, so it's really getting to me and like draining me. Like, I can't even describe it. It's just like so draining to me that like I can't like go to the gym, and like that's like the one thing that I do, and I would like to still be able to do that. I can't, like, I don't know, I'm really feeling just stuck. And I think it's also being impacted by the fact that, like, as I said, it's been a year and I feel like I have done nothing different. Like I'm still in the same spot that I was in before. So I'm just kind of like not having a great day today. So that's why I had a bath, is because like I kind of feel better after I have a bath. It's like my relaxing time. So I did that. I didn't wash my hair or anything. So it's just like everywhere because all I did was get it wet. Yeah, I'm just kind of feeling like really blah about things today. So I think I might go and sit outside because I also always feel better after doing that. And I think I might start my next read. So I'm thinking maybe starting Early Departures by Justin A. Reynolds. And I don't know, we'll see what I actually end up starting, but I'm thinking that I might go for this one because I feel like it's going to be another really quick read. And also I really enjoyed his other book and have been wanting to read this one. So I think I might pick this one up and just kind of spend the day relaxing a little bit, going easy on myself. That's what I'm trying to do. Like I'm trying to, like, with all the stress of everything that's happening, I'm trying to like practice self-care. But today is just kind of, you know, it's one of those days where I just really feel very crappy about myself and that's kind of all I can focus on. So that's why I'm trying to take the time to do a little bit of reading and like just do things that I enjoy. So yeah, I will update you guys a little bit later and let you know what I actually ended up starting reading. Hello everyone and happy Sunday. So last time I updated you guys was yesterday and I really wasn't having a great day. It was just kind of a crappy day. I think like just being locked down for more than a year and watching other places open up has been absolutely getting to me and has been like very bad for my mental health. So yesterday was a bad day, but today I am feeling a little bit better and more motivated to like do things, which is good. But I did actually end up finishing a book. So I don't know if I ever told you that I was starting with this book, but I did end up finishing with it, and that is Early Departures by Justin A. Reynolds. This was a super quick read because like they're shorter chapters. There's a lot of conversation, a lot of dialogue, and he just writes very like quick reads. But oh my God, I feel like this book punched me in the freaking face. This book is so sad, so emotional. Like this is one of the most emotional books I've ever read, and definitely one of the most emotional ones I've read in a long time. It is all about death and loss, and like that's just really what the story is about. If you guys aren't familiar with it, it's like a contemporary with a twist. So the main character, Jamal, he has this best friend, Quincy, and Quincy, they had like a falling out, so they haven't talked in a while. And Quincy actually ends up dying, but there's this like technology called reanimation. So he's able to be reanimated for a short period of time. So then he can like say his goodbyes. And the last thing that they did was get into this massive fight. So Jamal wants to make up with him. So like I knew going into it that it was going to be sad. I just wasn't expecting like how much loss there was in this story. Like I felt for all of the characters, and just this was so draining. It was really heavy, but it was incredibly well done. Like I think it dealt with those topics super well, but like, oh my God, I feel exhausted having finished it, to be honest. So great read, like really fantastic, because it was super heavy, but there were also a lot of really light and heartwarming moments. But like overall, it's an emotional roller coaster, and oh my God. But I want to move on to something like really light and happy and maybe funny after. Like this would be the perfect time to read Dial A for Aunties because like, oh my goodness, that one was like funny, fun. So going from this to that would be perfect. But I think I might try out What's Not to Love by Emily Wibberley and Austin Sigmund Broca. This is an enemies to lovers academic sort of thing. And I feel like it's like the lightest thing that I probably have out right now. So I'm actually just kind of like planning out my week, because one of the things is like the house has been a mess, which then affects my mental state. And I haven't really had a to-do list. So I've just been kind of like all over the place. So I'm trying to get a little bit more organized, so then I might feel a little bit better. So I think I will get my to-do list going and then do a little bit more reading. This vlog literally just features me like giving you an update and then disappearing for a while and then coming back. And I'm really sorry about that. It is not intentional. I just have been busy, and yeah, I apologize, but I did end up finishing a book since we talked last. So the last time I updated was when I finished Opposite of Always, and then I talked about how I was going to pick this up, but I actually ended up DNFing it, and I got like 38% of the way through. But this is an academic enemies to lovers story, and it was just like, it was basically everything that I hate about enemies to lovers. Like, I didn't see the relationship turning into anything positive. I didn't get any chemistry between them other than them just like not liking each other at all. I didn't feel like it was angsty or like slow burn. It was just kind of irritating, and the characters themselves were very immature and annoying. So it just made it really hard for me to push through. So I just decided not to, because I wasn't interested. There wasn't really a storyline. Like, there kind of was, where they're like planning this reunion, but I felt like there wasn't really a lot happening, and the only interactions between the two love interests was them bickering over nothing and her just like talking about how much she hated him. And I don't know. I didn't really care for it, but if you like enemies to lovers, then you might enjoy this. It's just not my favorite trope to begin with, and this was just like kind of exactly what I didn't like about it, which is really sad because I wanted to love this one, but oh well. So after I decided to DNF this, I took a little bit of time off from reading, but now I have picked up Luck of the Titanic by Stacey Lee, and I am 130 pages through this one. The problem with this one is I used to be fascinated by shipwrecks when I was a kid. Like, I was obsessed and just would Google them all the time. So reading this, I keep on taking breaks to Google things and to look things up. I cannot explain to you why I was so fascinated with it. Like, I used to literally spend hours on the phone with a friend of mine talking about shipwrecks and like looking at pictures. It was so random, but I remember we learned about the Edmund Fitzgerald in like my class. I think I was in grade 3 or something like that, and that's when like I just became really obsessed with it. And yeah, so it's really nice to be reading a book about Titanic again. I've never read a YA about the Titanic, but it's super interesting and I'm really enjoying the characters. So this will be the third Stacey Lee book that I've read actually, and I'm having a really good time with this one so far. I think it might be my favorite so far. It's her most recent as well, but I have been like so excited to get to this one, and I'm really happy to be finally reading it. I just honestly need to stop like Googling everything whenever I start reading it, because then I end up reading like a couple pages and then just Googling for like 2 hours. But yeah, point is, it's very interesting. It is following, it's like based on the fact that there was recent evidence about these Chinese passengers on the Titanic, and I think there were 8 of them and 6 of them survived. So this is following like a fictionalized passenger, and she is an acrobat, and she is just a really really fun character to follow. She's very driven and spunky. And yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with this. Definitely going to be like a sad one for sure, but we haven't quite gotten there yet. But yeah, that's kind of all I wanted to update you guys on. This weekend, like I just kind of realized that it's like 2 weeks before we move, and I just feel like it seemed like it was so far away, and now it's like slowly creeping up. We do have most things done. We're mostly packed, but it's just like the little things I'm getting a little bit stressed out about right now. We also took Charlie to the vet today and found out he has hip dysplasia, unfortunately. He is doing well. We're going to see a vet when we move to see like what we can do to care for him well, like for, you know, it's something that will kind of progressively get worse, so we're going to see if there's anything that we can do in the meantime. But like my vet that I was talking to didn't seem to be super concerned because he's smaller. He said it won't be as much affecting his quality of life. It's funny because I was really worried about back issues and forgot that this was even an option. So we haven't though, because I've been like concerned about back issues. He's not jumping off of things, which is a really big thing that like the vet said to make sure for like not having him do that. So we're not going to have to change that much, which is nice. But yeah, that is the thing that we need to figure out now. But it's actually late at night. It is 10 p.m. So I am going to do some reading because I ended up going to the vet today when I wasn't really expecting to. So I haven't really had time to read today, and that's definitely something I want to do. But I will update you guys tomorrow for sure. I'm going to stay more on top of the vlogging thing for the rest of this vlog. Good morning and happy Friday. I am sitting here with the Charles. Oh, exhausted by life, obviously, but I obviously had a bath and my hair, I'm just waiting for it to dry. I did my skincare routine. Now I'm gonna have some lunch and then I'm going to put on some makeup because I'm going to be doing a little bit of filming today. I'm actually behind 2 recent reads videos because I've been reading pretty quickly, so I have quite a few books to talk about, and then I also have a book haul to film, but it's a pretty small one, so I don't think it should take too long. But I did finish with Luck of the Titanic this morning, and I really enjoyed it. The ending is definitely something that a lot of people are gonna have mixed feelings on, but personally, I enjoyed it. Like, I found that it was really easy to forget where the story was set. Like, you know that it's obviously a tragedy, but this didn't really read entirely the whole way through as tragic. Like, it was a really nice love story, but not so much a romance. It was a family and like platonic love story, and it was like both about these twins but also found family and all of these Chinese people who were on the Titanic. And she wrote it to honor their memory. Obviously it is fiction, but like these survivors weren't given the same respect as their white counterparts, and it was just very eye-opening. But I really enjoyed this. Like, I enjoyed the fact that it was mostly about life and these characters, and you got to really like connect to them and feel for them. There are 2 trucks going by, I am sorry. But it was just like really heartwarming but heart-wrenching, and it was a lot, to be honest. So I did really enjoy this though, and I think it is my favorite Stacey Lee book so far. So now from here, I have decided to move on to People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. This is her latest book, and it's super rainy and dreary outside, and I'm feeling like this is going to be something that I'm going to like feel like I'm on vacation, that will kind of take me away from the horrible weather we're having today. So I've started this just a little bit, but I'm going to read it a little bit more while I'm eating my lunch. Hello, so it is Sunday, and I just finished filming a couple of videos. I had a couple of recent reads videos that I had been talking about filming the other day, and then I didn't. There's like dust in my throat. But yeah, I was gonna film them the other day, and then I didn't end up doing it, so now I finally have done it, and I'm glad that it's done, although I do still have one more video to film, but that's not that bad. Oh my god, I also got that all over my mouth. Wow, struggle. But anyways, as far as reading goes, I'm reading this. I think I told you guys I was reading this. I don't really remember, to be honest. This vlog is all over the place, and I am so sorry, but I'm about halfway through with this, and I am really liking this. Like, it's kind of reminding me of Josh and Hazel a little bit, just the dynamic between the 2 characters, but it's definitely, I mean, I had a feeling I was gonna really like this, but like, it's everything that I love in a romance, so I'm very glad that it is ending up being something that I'm loving so much. and I'm really looking forward to reading some more of it. I just want to get this vlog edited and uploaded so that I don't have to worry about it anymore because it has been going on forever. So I'm actually going to close it out here, but thank you guys so much for watching. So next week is going to be a lot of packing because it's actually 13 days until we leave. Ooh, so I'm just going to be kind of packing and getting things organized, but I should be able to get a weekly vlog out. If not, it will be a 2 weeks thing again. I'm just kind of going with the flow, not putting too much pressure on myself, which is very nice. But to recap what I've read, I mean, is it really worth it for me to do that? I used to do that at the end of my reading vlogs before, but now like I don't give ratings anymore. So does it make sense? I don't know. I'm gonna do it anyways. Actually, I'm not, because I can't remember, like, did I read this one in this vlog? No, that was in the last vlog. Blade of Secrets is what I started out with. So I read this by Trisha Levenseller. I can't remember what order I read anything in, but whatever. I'm just gonna pick stuff up because I have them here from doing recent reads. By Tokyo Ever After by Amiko Jean. In Deeper Waters by F.T. Lukens. I also read Heartstopper Volume 4 by Alice Oseman. What's Not to Love by Emily Wibberley and Austin Sigmund Broca. Early Departures by Justin A. Reynolds. And Luck of the Titanic by Stacey Lee. So I hope you guys enjoyed this week's vlog. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in another one soon. Bye!